Okay, to anyone who might be watching this, I'm kind of just recording something for the video, like the long form video. Um so I'm going to be kind of rambling about where my head's at with everything and how this movie making process has been going so far. Um okay, so I'll just start off with like me right now. Um I finally finished the structural construction part of the first pirate, or the hardest set, the pirate ship set. um then like I finished that Friday of maybe last week, and then that Sunday my uncle died, my mom's brother. um Truly sucked. And anyways, we have a funeral for him Monday. Today's Friday, so that'll be in a few days from now. Anyways, I had a call that weekend, and basically, I haven't been posting any content about this movie thing because initially, when I started this, the expectation was this was going to take like 3, maybe 4 months. Um, and to be fair, I think it's possible that that could have happened, but the set wouldn't be nearly as good as it is. It would be rushed. I've made a lot of mistakes. It wouldn't be nearly as safe. Um, the script wouldn't be as good. So ultimately, the point that I'm about to get to, which is in the title, is there's this notion, right? Or at least like when I started writing my script, or when you start, you want to create anything, it's like, okay, I'm gonna have a brilliant idea and it's gonna change the game. Um, I don't know, like I think the quote. Sorry, I'm picking at a. I said that's gross. I think the notion, "there's nothing new under the sun," is pretty true. I think. Uh, you have guys like Thomas Edison who invented the light bulb, and I feel like that was new, but I don't know. Maybe he took inspiration from something else. Um, I'm not entirely sure, but hold on, where was I going with that? What the fuck was I saying? That's embarrassing. I cannot believe it. Where was I going with that? Oh, the brilliant idea. Okay, so I was initially writing for the brilliant idea, right? Um, as I continue, you know what? Like I see God's hand in this. I got mono, and I got mono and the flu, and I was like bedridden for a month in January, which sucks. It put me behind schedule, obviously. Um, and it killed, dude. I was in such a rhythm. Like I was getting up at 4 a.m. every day, and I was excited. Like I was moving different in December. Um, anyways, but I took that chance to watch Attack on Titan. I've never watched any anime before ever. Um, I don't know. There's just like a cliche behind it, and like I didn't. I thought you had to have like something like Crunchyroll, which you kind of do, and then like I didn't know if the videos I had to watch with subtitles, and like that's why I never watched like Squid Games. It's like, bro, I'm not watching something dubbed. I'm like, that's weird. I don't know. So I just never. But it's peak. It's peak, and since then I've been watching a good bit of anime, and the world building and the depth is just it's it's kind of mind bending. I think I mean, because they just have more opportunity because it's like in a series structure to build like these crazy worlds. And anyways, what the point that I'm getting to is where the script's at right now, I don't think it's good enough. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it will be more than making a movie to make a movie. Like, it's not a cliche script. I definitely put a lot of writing into it, but like, you can only, the point I'm trying to get to is like, there's no brilliant idea, and the level of depth and effort that you give to something, past like what like fits in with like a schedule or something. Um, that's what like makes something great. Like I look at a show like Jujutsu Kaisen, for example, and the amount of world building and just overall thinking and depth and effort, that's just like going above and beyond. The amount of effort they added is going above and beyond. Um, like, I don't think it was a brilliant idea that produced that. I think it was thousands and thousands of brilliant ideas all put together. Like, it was a marathon. It's not like a sprint thing. So um, I'm thinking of adding like, I kind of want to add a fantastical element to the script, to the world, which kind of means doing an overhaul of the thing. Um, I mean, when I originally watched Attack on Titan, I was like, you know what, like, I want it to be bigger than just a self-contained story. Um, Not that I'm gonna make anything more right now than like the short film, but uh, like think of like a pilot episode, right? Like, story is there will be a continuation of story afterwards. So I'm thinking of just making like maybe something that's 40 minutes, and it's worth like 3 episodes of like, say, a show. But I mean, there's small character arcs that happen within, like, think about any TV show you have. Like, there's most of the time like there's some sort of 3 act thing that happens in an episode, although it's not like the larger 3 act, but you know what I'm saying. So I want to do something like that, and I think that the only debate I have with that right now is like, what is good, bad, and the ugly? Not a, because that's kind of what I was basing it on a little bit. Um, is Good, Bad, and the Ugly not a good movie because it doesn't have a fantastical element? Um, well, I think there's a couple pieces to that. Hmm. At the end of the day, like, I think it's about what you think is cool. And for me, like, just about everything I've seen that I like really like has a fantastical element to it. So I think I kind of want to do. I don't, but I also don't think it needs to be like shooting lasers out of eyes. Like, I don't really want it to. Like, I was toying around with like a couple things last night. One of which is like, though there's 3 that I kind of thought of, and I'm probably gonna think of other things, but like, this is the ballpark I'm thinking in, is like, um, there is these there's a couple like different types of rare metals, and each one has a different property, and like, everybody builds their swords with these metals, and like they can use them in creative ways, like maybe like bronze, the special bronze or something is like really dense, so it cuts through other swords, but it's slower. And then like, there's this really thin steel that's super, you know what I mean? Or maybe not, the bronze doesn't cut through, but it just, like, there's way more weight behind the swings. And then there's, so like, I was thinking like interesting things like that. It's like, that could be cool. And then like the treasure, because this all revolves around a treasure, is like the great mystical one or something. I don't think like the stakes of the treasure being cool doesn't really, like, that doesn't define the plot. What's unique about the plot is the plot itself, not the treasure. I mean, when I went out on this, like, I pulled like that's what I was excited about. Because I think there's so many new and interesting stories you can tell in every genre that exists. Like I think there's so many ways you can tell new interesting stories, which was kind of the point of this a little bit. I'm getting sidetracked, but I was thinking like those medals, or I was also thinking like, and I think it's a pretty cool, like maybe there's like some way that there's like some curses you can put on objects, like I don't know, that kind of sounds piratey to me a little bit. Maybe not so much so, but I think the mechanic's cool. It's like you can curse an object to do something, but then that curse has a negative attached to it. So it gives you advantage in a certain aspect, but then it gives you a negative in another one. But your opponent doesn't know what the negative is, or the strength really. So that's kind of like the makes the fight logic more interesting. Um, there's the main scene in this is a battle of wits, which I like, but I just think like setting up the world building is interesting in that scenario, and I still think the battle of wits is going to be very interesting. Anyways, so um, I was like, for example, with the cursed weapon thing, like maybe you make the sword um, guaranteed to like land on impact, right, or something like a guaranteed hit, or like it makes it the sword swing faster or something like that. But it makes you slower, and when it takes a block, like the sword breaks, like something like that. You know what I mean? Like there's fight logic. The other one was like, what the hell is my foot fucking caught on? The other one was like a karmic system in fights. Like if you fight dirty in one fight, then the next fight you get into, like you'll have bad luck. Um, I think it's interesting. Like it gives even dishonorable play, like people, so to speak, like a reason to fight honorably. But this is a pirate film, so like it needs to make sense. I definitely don't want to do it just for the sake of doing it either. But really, I just want to do something I think is cool. And I think if you aim small, like you can only make something small so big. But if you aim big, um, so anyways, if I did do one of those mechanics, like I would have to like the swords would need to look cool maybe and specific, and there would be, I mean, like you're using fantastical elements, which are things that don't really exist in the real world. So you have to come up with movie magic for that. It would add time. And on top of that, I'm going to be releasing content about the process of making this, because like I just don't see why it's taken so much longer than I thought, that not doing it is kind of just a missed opportunity, and it's going to make, when I do release the video and the movie, it's going to make it less likely to succeed. Whereas if I do this and like it takes a little bit longer, but I'm building up an audience with me, it should work better. Um, so I'm thinking about what I want to do for the fantastical element. You know, I'm also debating whether I need a fantastical element, but like I don't know. I think when I'm thinking bare minimum, like that's just not the best that you can do. I mean, the whole point of the series was to make a good film. Like the point was that like if you just sit down and actually like put your pride and passion into something, you'll make something fucking great. The hidden cost of that though is time. Like it takes a significant time cost, especially when you're doing it on your own. Um, and the way that you get around that is either to have lots of help, which I don't have, or you spend a fuck ton of time on it. Um, and I don't think those two synced in my head. If there was a mistake I made, it was that. Um, so it almost, without a doubt, like I need to start posting content about this to keep myself afloat. Just because I have no idea how long this is gonna take. Like I thought I would be shooting in January, and now it's April, and the other sets aren't finished. And then like my uncle dies, and I don't know, just stuff like that. It's just myself, and I haven't like some of these like woodworking I've never done before. I've never made professional level VFX, um, which is scary. Like that's daunting as well. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna try to make something great, and you've never done that before. Like, what is wrong? I would say I have just enough experience in the right places to give myself the confidence to try and do this. Um, Also, God bless my family for giving me this chance. Like, but more on that note, I know that if I just knew those technical skills, I'd be able to do this, um, or at least for myself. Like, make something that is at least on the level of something that I would like to watch. Um, you know, so like at the end, like I don't want to be like false and virtuous and say like I'm doing this to inspire you guys. I'm doing it for myself because like I think I can. Um, but at the same time, like if you're upset with how the movie industry is, then you got to be the change you want to see in the world, and that's what I want to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Is to set a new standard, like bring a higher bar back, like you know what I mean. So really, the message is just to go out and create. If it's in your heart, go out and create. Like, don't be scared that you don't have like that you're not going through the industry or like, bro. If you go through the industry, like, you're gonna have to what? You're gonna have to work up for 10 years before you have the agreed confidence by everybody to make your own film. Like, screw that, man. I just don't. No, 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 no. So, anyways, we're kind of rambling, but what kind of like what I'm saying here is I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous in the fact that I don't have any control over the timeline anymore, and posting these clips, like I'm gonna put my best into them and these shorts, but I can't guarantee they're gonna perform. Um, Something that gave me a lot of confidence is I was talking to my content buddies, and they all have more subs than me, but we're on the same field, I would say, understanding the content game, mainly because I've done a lot of work for others. Um, and they're like, dude, I think you could get a lot of views just posting like what you're doing now. Um, so like we're gonna like, and not to just say that I'm gonna take them at their word and be like, oh no, if it works, it doesn't. Like obviously, I'm gonna put real thought and like the level of effort I'm putting into the script and the movie. Like I'm gonna put that same level into the shorts. So it's like nothing is a freebie, duh. But anyways, I'm hoping that works out because that'll give me oxygen. You know what I mean? That'll allow me to actually do this. It'll also show proof of concept. So yeah, like that's a gamble in itself. If it doesn't work out, like I'm not, like, I don't know how that's going to go. I came up with a bunch of ideas already, for that short form stuff and maybe some long form, but, yeah, like doing an overhaul of the script. Like, I think I might want to do that before I build the other sets. Um, that scares me a little bit just because like I mean it would be ideal to shoot in the summertime. um as it is right now, I don't think it's possible that we'd be shooting um by the summertime. Like I would have to really push it and cut some corners maybe, and that was before I did any of this, like trying to redo the script and kind of like add like more depth to the world building and like make what I want is the possibility for this idea to be like a real thing, like a real series, a real franchise, right? Um, not saying I'm gonna make it like that one day, but like I want people to like, holy shit, that's a cool concept. Like the goal would be for people in the comments to type, oh my gosh, we need to see more of this. Like I'm not just doing this for a YouTube title. I'm doing this because I fucking love it. Like I want to do that. I want to make something that good. I have to do that. So yeah. All right. All right. That's a lot. Makes me nervous though, man, for sure. But I think yeah, like I'm at, but like what wasted effort it would be to just like finish this quickly and nothing to show for it. You know what I mean? Like I finish this fast and then I get nothing from it. I've spent all that money and it flops. Like I think we need to do pretty much everything in our power to do it. And really, the only thing that's tanking is like maybe my pride. Like I'm kind of being inconvenient. Like I'm asking basically like I'm taking a favor from I don't know, like my parents in the sense of like, you know, they're continuing to allow me to do this. I'm not like too insecure about it though, because I know like there's been many opportunities for me to go and get a job to work for somebody else, but I just continue to turn them down because I believe in this. And for the time being, I will take a hit in my pride because I believe that I can do it. I do. And if not, I've said this before, but this is the best shot I have of doing something great. You know, my dream when I was little was to be in the NFL. I did not have an athletic gift. Like there was some guys who like it just came natural to them, and they didn't even like care that much. They were just there kind of to talk with their friends for football at football practice. But I actually like really wanted to do it, and I just sucked. So, but this natural I think I have natural talent for storytelling, at least compared to like my skill for football. I'm not saying I'm the GOAT or I'm the greatest. You know what I mean? Like I'm not how could I possibly claim that? I just know that like compared to my other skills, like this is the best chance I have of doing something great. And that fires me up. So yeah. Anyways, my fantastical element for this. Well, I'm gonna make a slideshow for my uncle, and then I'll get to that. But I kind of just wanted to put my thoughts out here, my current headspace for all of it, and yeah, that's that. Man, dude. But like at the same, like I'd be lying to you if I wasn't thinking every week about how this could fail. But at the same time, like there's just like this North Star in me that like, dude, this could totally work. I've just been in this situation so many times where like I believe in it with all my might and it doesn't work. So we shall see. We shall see. All right. Yeah, but I think this is what it means to make great shit. I think this is what it means to make great shit. Is to spend an exorbitant amount of time and effort on it. More than you're comfortable with, but like what the work demands to be like something like you would watch, something you want to see. So yeah. I was gonna talk about JJK. Oh my gosh, those recent episodes are so good. The storytelling is so on point. It's insane. It's so well done. The world building's so good and interesting. It's just like everything about that is cool. Everything about that is cool. And make no mistake, that was not some brilliant idea. It's because they put, dude, so much effort into the details to make it cool. You know what I mean? Like in the Toy Story movie, they designed all the toys. They designed what the room looked like. They designed the vibe. They made the music. Like everything about it that feels familiar and nostalgic is handcrafted to be that way. And someone had to do that. You know what I mean? Like that didn't just exist when they had the idea. They had to go into that and create that depth. So yeah, man. I'm not gonna be some YouTuber who just sits up here and it's like, can I make a good movie? And like he just gets the clip for the thumbnail. Like, no, like I actually want to do this. Like I actually want to do this. Okay. I will be getting to that soon. I'm going to start working on the thing for my uncle. But yeah, I think it's a good talk.